Hi, this is Jordan Magnuson, creator of Ishmael. Ishmael is a multimedia-enhanced hypertext game about perpetual cycles of displacement and violence, as seen through the lens of a child. The game tells the story of a young Palestinian boy and the experience that sets him on the seemingly inescapable path towards bloodshed. Ishmael sets itself apart from other Twine games with its extensive crafting of multimedia elements to create a more holistic and immersive interactive experience than is typically encountered in hypertext games. Art and photos are used throughout the game as background pieces and, towards the end, as key elements of the interactive storytelling itself. The game also makes extensive use of diegetic ambient sound, which is introduced at a significant juncture halfway through the story. Finally, the game employs a number of interactive JavaScript components that are not typical of hypertext games, and draws on some conventions and expectations from parser-based interactive fiction. In these ways, Ishmael attempts to push at the boundaries that define the distinctions between hypertext story, interactive fiction, and video game. As someone who grew up in the Middle East and has seen the realities of Palestinian displacement firsthand, Ishmael is a very personal game to me. In fact, the main thrust of the Puppet Show storyline is based on actual events encountered at a Palestinian refugee camp in Lebanon. I have spent time with Israelis and Palestinians on all sides of the political spectrum and am deeply moved by the plight facing so many displaced Palestinian families. All of that being said, Ishmael is not primarily a political story, or a story intended to convey a political message. I see the issues at the heart of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict as deeply human and universal in nature. With Ishmael, I wanted to create a game that explored the themes of displacement, violence, and revenge in subtle and universally relevant ways. As such, the player's perspective is that of a child, and the game never mentions Israel or Palestine by name. Ishmael's limited interactive dimension may belie the fact that the interactive element of the game, the fact that it is a game rather than a short story or a film, is very important to me. Ishmael is a story about powerlessness in the face of cycles of violence which are outside of the player character's ability to comprehend or meaningfully resist. The game's interactive structure thus gives the player some limited freedom at the realm of a child's daily life. You can draw freely in the sand, play tic-tac-toe with your friends, and call a bully whatever names you can think of. But this small-scale freedom of interaction is intentionally contrasted with the linearity of the overarching story, so as to emphasize the game's central question. Are the cycles of violence that define a conflict on the scale of Israel-Palestine fundamentally deterministic and inescapable? In my view, a game can explore questions of determinism much more fully than a non-interactive medium ever could, precisely because of the preconceptions players typically have about choice and freedom in games.
теперь с тобой, вместе ты и я. Мы сегодня пара, а вчера друзья. Только вот вопрос, кто же виноват? Почему то время не вернуть назад? Глупая ошибка, сердце зря открыть. Только я решаю, с кем рядом быть. Почему же все так сложно, где я? Не хотела, стала взрослой, с кем я? Не хотела, но связала общей судьбой. Почему же мне так сложно вместе с тобой? Только виноватых нет. Уходи, оставь меня, мне больно. Подожди со мной, останься. Стой, не старайся, не ломай мне крылья. Только я одна решаю быть с тобой. Заблудилась я в вопросах, где я? Нет ответов, только слезы, с кем я? И зачем все эти сопли, это отстой? Почему же так легко мне, но не с тобой? И каждый раз, и каждый раз, и каждый раз, когда я сплю, я знаю где, я знаю с кем. Мне снится тот, кого люблю.